Hey everybody, what's up? It's Jeff here with Two Fat Guys Play Vid Games, and today I want to talk about the top 5 things I'd like to see change in Cuisine Royale. Okay, first off, let me preface this with I'm nobody. My opinion probably doesn't matter. I just love this game, and there are things that I would like to see improve in this game for it to be more enjoyable, not just for me, but for everybody. Okay, so and also, please feel free to leave your comments below what you'd like to see changed. So, number 5 is the actual interface, the menu, the game where you load into this whole area here. There's a couple things I want to see changed. Number 1, the workshop. This is just like a mess, right? It's just it goes all over the place, and you can't. It's unorganized, and when I look at it, my ADD kicks in, and it's a mess. You got to go here to get this, and then this, and then this. It's just I don't like it. I don't mind the makers of this game charging what essentially is like a battle pass for their Weird West Stories book. They got to make money. That's the whole point of creating this game, is for them to make money. Now, this game's free to play. You don't have to buy the Weird West storybook to play, but you do have to have it to earn challenges, or to get challenges to earn different items. Totally fine with that. I don't have an issue with that whatsoever. I gladly, pay my $10 every 2 months so I can complete challenges to get workshop items. Okay, but this mess in here, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't like it. It bothers me. Secondly, if I'm paying $10 every 2 months, don't give me 2 challenges a day, okay, or 1 challenge a day. So for example, I didn't complete a couple of challenges yesterday, so I get 1 blue challenge and 1 brown challenge a day. All right, if I'm paying the money to have the book, give me, the challenges to work through, not on a daily basis. Just give them to me. Let me work through them at my own pace so I can get what I want to get. And also so I don't have to go up here to get this in order to come down here to get this. Just let me get what I want to get. I just think that this is a huge mess. So secondly, let's get some more information out here about your mystic sign. So you added your mystic sign, but you don't tell anybody what a brown note even is or what it does. It just says starts a brown note that lasts for the next 30 seconds. Well, if I don't know what a brown note is, why am I going to pick this to use it? Fortunately, there's people out here who try to explain what these things are, but I just think it's a real weakness on the game creator side, where you don't give some detailed explanation. Some of it is like everyone in battle has super fast reload speed for the next 60 seconds. Okay, perfect. That's all I need. But what's this? 50% of maximum health. Okay, this one makes sense. But like brown note, and there's other ones on here, and maybe I'm just being too picky, and that's could be very real. But some of these on here, I don't get it. I have to use it in order to understand what it means. So number 5 is obviously let's clean up the menu area, the workshop area. Let's get some more detailed explanations in here, so people who start playing the game have a clue about what to do. And so anyway, that's just my 2 cents on that. Let's move along. Okay, number 4, and we'll get into some gameplay stuff in a minute, but number 4 is the addition of ammo boxes. And yes, I know people are going to say, oh, that's just like Fortnite. I get it, but let's add that in there, okay? Let's add some ammo boxes in here that have different types of ammo, so we don't have to pick up other guns and things like that. So, for example, I love using the PPD-40. And on some games, and this is going to go into one of my other things that need to improve in just a minute, but on some games, there are, a bunch of PPDs laying around, which is great because I can pick up the ammo for them, but how about let's just put in some ammo boxes, spread them out all over the map, and just make it easier for you to get ammo, instead of having to switch to a different gun or whatever. So just a little tiny gripe from me. Something I would like to see changed is ammo boxes. I want to see ammo boxes in here. All right, let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is the same is what I was talking about earlier, where there are so many of the same guns. If you run a trench, for example, I found 4 Car 98s all along one trench, one right after another. So the loot algorithm in here is kind of goofy. And same thing, I watched another stream, another stream on Twitch. I can't remember who it was. PPD-40 after PPD-40 after PPD-40, just on and on and on, all concentrated in one small area. I don't understand. I don't understand it. So one thing I'd like to see changed is loot locations, and not only that, but like loot hotspots, okay? There are technically, I've stumbled across 2 spots that generally give really good loot. One of them's the center of the mansion out in the garden where the maze is. That always has fairly decent loot. And the other place that I've found is the windmills. If you go inside the windmills, there's usually something decent in there. I found bazookas in there, AKMs in there, HK umps in there. So I would like to see more of that, more hotspots. You don't have to litter it through the map, and I'd like to see it change. Like, I think that a game like Apex Legends has it pretty cool where, it tells you where the loot hotspot is, and, obviously everybody dives down there to try to get it. I'm not necessarily asking for that, but I would like to see a few more hotspots throughout the map where people know that there's definitely good loot there, and it's a challenge to get there and get that good loot. So anyway, that's just something else I'd like to see changed. All right, so let's get into some of the gameplay aspects of Cuisine Royale, because there's a couple little quirks that I think could be fixed to make this a more smoother experience, which, again, these are like little tiny things, but I think that if these things get worked out, because they used to be really bad. I played this game when it first launched, and the movement of the characters was terrible. It was almost unplayable to me. But let's get into some gameplay, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm in a game, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to replicate these things, but one of the things I want to talk about, and this has happened 2 times to Jimmy, who is the other half of Two Fat Guys Play Vid Games. He has gotten stuck in a tree. Just by walking to it, he has gotten stuck in it and cannot get out and dies in the storm. Why? Why does that happen? I don't understand it. And we actually have it on one of our videos on Twitch TV of it happening. It just happened yesterday, as a matter of fact. And he died to the storm because he literally could not get out of the tree. And I'm not talking about climbing up the tree. I'm just talking about walking to the tree and then he gets stuck. Now, this happened in the Mexico map, and it happened both times in the Mexico map. So it may just be specific to that map. But it's kind of annoying when, there's only 4 or 5 other people left, and you're stuck in a tree, and you got to die and take, your rating. We're in Diamond League, and drop it because of no fault of your own. I just think that's terrible.
Stuck in a damn tree.
Again?
Serious? Yeah. Look at it. I can't get out. Try jumping. Start crawling. No.
That's how I die. This stupid game. Now I'm stuck in the tree. Look, I'm inside the damn tree. What the F is going on with this stupid game?
It's got quirks.
These aren't... This is not a quirk. This is a major... This is like, you don't put the game out when you have stupid shit like this.
Are you out now?
No.
Press V after you're done eating.
See, I'm inside the tree.
Yeah, you're gonna die. Just keep eating. Maybe you'll win by default. You ain't gonna make it a zone anyway.
And another thing, and I don't know if I can demonstrate it, but every once in a while it happens to me. And I know what's supposed to happen if you press V and you walk up close to the tree, you're supposed to be able to see through it. Which, for whatever reason, it's not working now. I don't know why. Well, it started to. You see what I mean? This is just quirky. Quirky. So this one I can see through, right? Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. You're not able to see through a tree in real life. Get rid of the ability to even try, because a lot of times when we run up on these trees, it'll switch. You see that? It just switched into a different view, and I don't want that to happen. And that's another quirky thing about this game, is the closer you get to something, sometimes you're... I mean, look, I can't even get up on the steps. Sometimes your character... just switches views, switches the first-person view without hitting the V key. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And can we please fix the quirk of getting up into the attic? A lot of times I get right up. Other times, I'll get up and I'll hit the door and I'll fall back down, and it's just, let me get up in the attic, right? So I know it sounds like I'm crabbing about it, and to an extent I am. Honestly, I love this game. I think it's a great game. I just want to make it better for everybody. Not just for me, for everybody. So, and then another quirk is when you're laying down, and let's see if it replicates it or not. When you're prone in a field and you try to walk around, yeah, see, why am I switching to first person view? Why does that happen? And I'm not even moving here. What's going on? All I'm doing is pressing the W key. This is an issue. Why is this doing this? I don't understand why it's doing it. This is how it should behave right here, like this. But when you get down in a little ditch or gully or start to, it just starts freaking out. I mean, look at that. That should not be like this, and it needs to be fixed. Gosh, it's terrible. It's like my person sinks halfway into the ground and then starts crawling, then her head disappears, and it's wanting to change views. And these are the little quirky things that bother me. This is what it should look like. And even here, it's, the person's struggling climbing up just little tiny hills. I mean, that shouldn't be the case. So this would be number 2 on my list of things that let's get these quirky game movements straightened out. Let's get them fixed. I don't know if it's a bug. I don't know if it's intentional. Like, I know some of them are intentional. I mean, it even says if you press V and push forward on a tree, you're supposed to be able to look out of the tree or look through the tree. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does it on its own. It's inconsistent. So let's just get rid of it. We don't need it. I mean, I know that's a neat feature to have, but it's not realistic to me. Not that this game's realistic. I'm not going down that road. But let's just get rid of it. It's unneeded. You know, we can look around trees. You know, no problem. Okay, and the final thing, the number one thing that I would like to see changed in this game is a practice area. Now, I'm not talking about like Fortnite in this instance. Maybe more like PUBG, where you can pick up all the guns, you can shoot all the guns, or even like Apex. They just recently introduced a practice area where you can pick up all the guns, you can pick up all the tactical stuff, scopes. You can use everything and just see, you know, and shoot at targets. Now, this isn't to like improve your aim, in my opinion. It's to get a feel for the weapons and how they shoot, because a lot of times people will pick up a weapon and not even know what it is, and they'll go to fire it, and it's, you know, it's a single shot when they think it's going to be, you know, a machine gun or something like that. Well, not everybody does that, but it's happened. So I would like to see some sort of practice area where you can get in, load up the guns, shoot them, you know, shoot them at moving targets, still targets. It doesn't matter. I just want to be able to get a feel for each and every gun so I can know its strengths and weaknesses. And you don't get that opportunity when you're in the game. You know, you're rushing to get a gun, which is part of the fun of it, but you're rushing to get a gun. And a lot of times people don't know what's a good gun to use in this game or what's a bad gun. So I would like some sort of practice area where we can fire all of the weapons, every single one of them. And also I've kept up on the updates on this game, and I read at one point they were talking about doing that. I don't know if that's still a thing, but it was sometime in 2019 when they were talking about possibly adding some sort of practice area or target area or something like that. So hopefully that'll come. That's my number one want in this game. And I know that may sound silly, but it is what I want. I want to be able to shoot all these weapons without wasting bullets so I can see how, you know, they fire. So that's it. What are your top 5 things that you want to see change in this game? Or do you not want to see anything change? Do you disagree with me? And it's totally fine if you do. Like I said, I'm a nobody. This is just my opinion. I love this game. I love playing this game. But there are very frustrating things in this game that shouldn't be. And it shouldn't be that hard to correct them. So leave a comment below. If you like this video, like, subscribe. If you don't, hey, hit the dislike button. That's no problem. You're not going to hurt my feelings. So also remember to check us out on Twitch TV. Two Fat Guys Play Vid Games at Twitch TV. We stream pretty much every day. So, you know, come follow us. We, you know, sometimes play with our followers. So if you like this game, we stream it quite a bit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.